The Two Idiots Podcast.
How about you do the intro?
I don't want to do the intro.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another very special anniversary episode of the Two Idiots Podcast.
What anniversary is this?
7th, I think.
I can't count that high.
It's a big number, yeah.
I thought it was maybe number 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's time flies when you're having fun making Two Idiots podcasts all the time.
I know, right? There's just so many podcasts. I mean, take the 8, turn it sideways, it's an infinity. That's how many podcasts we've made.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be looking at you for natural conversation or looking at the screen to make sure we're still recording.
I think probably it doesn't matter. It's going to be...
Yeah, that is a true statement. We should probably introduce ourselves.
All right, I am Pizzaguy2026, let's say. Does that sound good?
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, I'm Buttsmaster666. That's the number I used, right?
Yeah.
That was a good year.
Yeah,
That was the last one.
Exactly.
Since then, it's been shit.
The Roman Empire?
I think they fell around 500.
Oh, okay.
So it's like just after those guys.
The after party of Rome.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to the episode. That's all we got.
That's like Rome, the empire, or the podcast is now over.
No, so last time we did that SCP quiz and we ran way over because for some reason I thought it'd be really easy and it just was not.
No, I think I went entirely insane by the end of the episode, in fact.
Okay, so this time it was your turn to prepare something to do. What are we doing?
This is good. Well, I have an idea. Would you like me to tell you what I would call the episode?
Is this going to be like that time that we spent 15 minutes and we got through one question?
No, hopefully not. We're going to be doing the ever popular thing. It's tier lists. Tier lists. I know it's the current trend. It's not. It's a really old trend.
No, it's current.
Is it current?
Yeah, I just saw a tier list of like fidget spinner toys.
Oh, perfect. So we're on par then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I figured if all things go well, we could call this episode "Bored to Tears."
All right, that's if that's not the title of the episode, something funnier must have happened later on.
And if it is, well, that's all we got, folks.
If that's the name of the episode, you can just stop here because there's clearly not going to be a better joke.
All right. Well, there may or may not be a visual portion to this. There might be a video, or we might just plop on screen the final results of the list, but otherwise, we'll just get an audio tier list.
Yeah, if I was editing this, I wouldn't even do that. There'd be no images, and it would just be the audio. But it's your turn to edit, so...
Yeah, picture in your mind a tier list, and then just place them... You gotta be paying real attention.
Yeah, you gotta take notes on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play along in the comments. I've heard that's good for the algorithm, so,
Yeah. I know, we gotta get the AdSense.
Could you imagine if, how YouTube just suddenly randomly starts recommending things? Like, one day, people all over the world just suddenly start saying, Two Idiots Podcast, Anniversary Special number 8, Bored to Tears, this, 2-hour-long video with no video, just showing up like, hey, you should watch this next. That'd be great.
All right. Well, I figure unless there's any more preamble, we can jump into our first list.
Now let's do it. What have we got?
I was thinking we agreed on we could do Minecraft mobs tier list.
Okay, hang on. Time out. Don't say that we agreed on it because I want it to sound like I have no idea what's going on. I want to appear like I don't actually. Leave this in, just to be clear. Don't edit this out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw a shocking one on you. This is a game that you really know nothing about. It's Minecraft.
I've never heard of this. Please tell me about it.
Yeah, you craft and you mine things.
Okay, I understand.
There are mobs. They're living characters or undead characters. We're gonna rank those.
Let's do it.
All right. So this is arbitrary order. The first one we got is a humble cow.
S tier. I don't think it needs explaining.
You see, I was not going to put it in S tier. I was going to say
You're insane.
I mean, I think the cow, in terms of functionality, is the best one in the game, right?
Yeah.
You get your food, you get your leather,
And you get milk.
But it's kind of boring. I was going to put it in B tier.
Let's call it an A. Let's compromise.
Alright, sounds good. What about sheep?
I really like sheep because you can get blocks from them. I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna give them S tier.
Be the joke of the...
No, I was considering doing the joke where I just always say S tier, but no, I genuinely feel like these two both deserve to be S tier.
I would put.
I like that you can dye them and it stays dyed because that's not how that works.
I'd definitely put sheep higher than cow. I think they're more interesting. But we already put cow in A tier. So
we agree on S tier for sheep.
I guess, you know what, let's put them there for now. We can always reorder them later.
Because there are lots of mobs I don't like. You just happen to hit two of the best ones to start.
What about a fox?
F tier? Do those do anything?
I mean, I don't know. They can hold stuff.
I didn't know there were foxes in the game.
I mean, I was going to go with D tier. F tier means that I actively dislike them.
Alright, D tier it is.
I would say a neutral on the fox. Bad.
F.
Yeah,
tier.
I think I'm actually pretty negative on those ones. I definitely. They just kind of get in the way when, like, trying to swing a sword or something.
Yeah. Speaking of swinging swords, most of my experience is from like before that update where they made the combat horrible. So like I'm sure a lot of these I'm not actually gonna not know what they are.
Yeah, you're an OG crafter.
That's why I knew cows and sheep. Those have been there since day one.
I seen that one. S.
Ooh, I know that one. S tier.
I had like a whole setup. No, I didn't really. What about a chicken? You've heard of a chicken?
Okay, I've heard of chickens. I like how you can put them like in some water and make an automatic like egg thing, and then you can like hook the eggs so they go into a dispenser and it throws more chickens. I like that, but that feels like a waste of time because all you get out of it is chickens. I put them in B or C for chicken.
Wow. Okay, because chickens, I was gonna say for that exact reason, they're like one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't have to like. Unlike the cow, where I gotta feed him and all this stuff, you can just set up a chicken farm, and sometimes I just do it for fun. I don't even eat the chicken from it. I just have a million eggs spewing everywhere for no reason. So I'd give him like at least A tier for sure.
I really like the automatic egg farm. My only problem with it is that the only thing you get from it is chickens.
Yeah, it's not very helpful. Like you can't do it, and I very much appreciate that.
All right.
So you said what? Like you said like C tier?
C for chicken.
And I said A, so we get B.
Sounds good.
What about real fish?
The only thing we don't have in any slot yet is C, so I think it should go in C.
I would agree with that. And they're in the C. Right?
That was good. That was a good
I'd
one.
say, yeah, definitely less than chickens, but I'd say that, I mean, I'm totally neutral on foxes, and I kind of like fish, because, I mean, they're kind of cool.
I like that they're, because back in the day, you just would throw the fishing rod and then just catch nothing. So it's neat that there are actual fish, like, in there.
I kind of feel like there's almost, like, too many fish. I just want, like, fish.
Well, how many? I guess we're going to find out how many fish there are.
Yeah, there's, like, trout and, like, salmon.
There are?
Cod, yeah.
Since when?
Since a while ago.
Okay.
Update aquatic, I think.
I thought there was just fish.
How do you feel about the ocelot?
F tier.
Oh, really?
They don't do anything, and you can't catch them anyway.
I think if they don't do anything, I put them in D tier. And if they actively make the game worse, I put them
But,
in
like,
F tier.
why are they there?
Because they're kind of cute.
Alright.
Very utilitarian.
Yeah. A. That's a classic. It's not S because it's not really useful in any meaningful way, but it's A because it's classic.
I think the pig has been done incredibly dirty as a mob, because the cow is just a better pig.
Yeah, because when cows used to only give you leather and pig only gave you food, like, that's the only one.
Yeah.
And then they made all the mobs give you food, which it makes sense.
Yeah.
But now the pig gives you food and nothing.
Yeah, and then, like, it's like, okay, well, you know, I could do the pigs because they're, like, kind of cooler, and, you know, I don't really need leather armor. But they made books need leather, so you just need a cow farm anyways.
Yeah.
Pigs were done so bad. I would support, like, a second pig drop, like, if they dropped, like, mud or something.
What would that be used for?
I don't know, but...
I think they added mud to the game.
Did they?
I think you can craft mud now, but that might be too area. Oh, I don't care. I'm not going to order them in the tiers.
That's the whole point of the episode.
No, I'm just going to, like, S, A, B, C, D, F. I'm not going to be like, well, the cow is slightly more A than the pig.
I'm absolutely going to be like that. You're going to have to put up with it.
No, that's fine. In my head, this is audio only, so trying to keep track of that would be impossible. But
yeah, but I mean, no one's listening to this anyway, so it's fine.
you make a convincing argument.
Speaking of convincing argument, that wasn't a segue, but what about a snow golem?
S tier?
I think they're really fun and that you can make them, and this is cool.
Yeah. Like, they don't do shit. but they're great. I'm so glad they're there.
Yeah, no, absolutely top tier mob. What about a rabbit? Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like... I mean, it makes sense that they're there, but, like, they're so small, and it's like, you don't want to farm them, because you gotta, you know, they jump so high, they jump over fences. Just like, this is, like, boring. And we have a very good picture of, I think that's a salmon, another type of fish.
I guess put it with the other fish.
I'm inclined to put all the fish right next to each other.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think there's too many fish. I love fish. But, like, I don't need, like, 8 different types of fish.
They're rough and irritating and get everywhere.
Now, what about a mushroom?
Okay. You go first, then.
I think these are, like, maybe my favorite mob in the game. I think they're just so... It's, like, entirely pointless, but it's, like, so fun.
Right. I took the cow, which I already gave S tier, and they made the cow better.
Because it's not like the mushroom actually does anything more than the cow.
It does. You can get soup from it.
But when's the last time you've eaten soup in modern Minecraft?
Never.
Exactly.
I've never done that.
So it's just a flex. But, like, literally the mushroom biome is, like, the most exciting, fun biome. It's like, oh, it's a mushroom biome!
I don't think I've ever actually been to one.
I found it's always so exciting, even though it doesn't really do anything.
So he's at the top now?
I mean, you're not organizing within tier, so I have full right
No,
to
he's in S.
in S tier.
Ordering.
Alright, what about squid?
I put them in C with the fish. I think that's generous.
Really? I was going to put them at least B tier, because I think they're really fun. I just like them. I just like squids, what can I say?
No, that's fair. They would rank higher if they did anything useful.
You know, they absolutely don't do anything at all.
But the fact that they don't do anything useful means I can't give them, like, a good spot. And I would put them in D with the other ones that do nothing, because the fish you can eat. But I'll bump them up, because they're kind of funny.
Okay. I'll put them up to C.
I'll take it.
It doesn't matter to you, but it matters to me. So it's all even.
Up top.
Now, this is, I think, maybe the most recent mob we've talked about so far. What about the Strider?
That's the guy in the nether, right?
Yeah, he do be walking.
Okay, so the design is literally a cube on legs,
Yeah.
but I really like their derpy face. So they're mid-range for me. I'd probably say B.
I can respect that. I like the little cubey man. I also like that they have a purpose and that you can, like, ride over the nether floor.
Like, it's not, like, that useful of a purpose, but they do something, and mostly it's the design that's selling it, that's getting them that high for me.
Yeah. Audio only listeners won't tell, but there's just a big picture with a bunch of fish in it. So they just gave up and put all the fish in it.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's a bunch of... I think these are the tropical fish. So I'm inclined to just put them with the other fish.
You might be super quiet. It looks like whenever you look away from the mic screen, you get really low.
Well, this is going to be a fun episode to balance then.
Yeah, you can fix that in post.
Yeah.
Just redub all your lines.
I'll try and focus the computer then, and only look at the screen.
Yeah,
when
that's why I've been looking at my monitor. Anyway, so all the fish, I put them in between the other fish.
Agreed.
Yeah, I guess it's hard for you because you're on the wrong side there.
Yeah.
We have a very good recording setup here at... What did I just say? We have a very good recording setup. You're at 2 Idiots HQ. I can't even tell. This could be a long episode.
Oh, good lord. Alright. Turtle. What do you think about a turtle?
I'm neutral. They don't do much.
I wish I could say, oh man, I love turtles in Minecraft. Because I love turtles in real life.
Yeah.
I love the sea turtles. But turtles in Minecraft, they don't... Like, they don't do anything, like, violently to me.
Well, you can make a potion of the Turtle Master.
Yeah, but it's like, it's so, like, it's kind of cool, like, oh, they come back in, like, legs in the same place, but it's like, but then I can't, like, make it, like, I've never done, like, a turtle farm. It's like,
they should go and see with all the other stuff that lives in the water.
Literally just making C tier.
I think that's what we should do.
I would agree with that. They're very disappointing to me. Ooh, a villager. What do you think about villager?
Probably like A.
Yeah, I'd be pretty high tier for villager.
I don't know that I can give him S, but I like villagers.
Yeah, I don't look at villager and I'm like, this is the face of Minecraft, which is like S tier for me.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But like, a definitely solid A tier, and they do a lot in game too. Okay, what about the wandering trader though?
S tier.
Yeah, yeah.
Easiest decision of my life.
You get 2 leads. Okay, what about another fish?
I think it should go in the C tier. Which fish are we talking
This
about?
is the puffer fish.
You
So
can
this
use
is the
those
one
to make like weird player proximity locks.
What?
Like, so you have like a puffer fish in a single block of water next to a pressure plate, and then when a player gets close, it puffs up and hits the plate. So it's like a player proximity sensor.
That's kind of cool. I know you can make water breathing potions. So kind of like a little more unique of a fish.
Yeah, I think you should go in C tier.
Not above squid. That'd be ridiculous. There. Perfect. I know you really care about
I
that.
care immensely.
Oh, actually, okay, this is like the latest one. You have the axolotl.
I have never seen one of these in the game.
I haven't actually either.
Do they live in water?
I don't know. I think they might live underground, or maybe in water, or maybe they can. I literally know nothing about this mob.
In C tier? Put it in the dumping ground? We're gonna have so many.
Oh, what about the glow squid?
Oh, this one was controversial, right?
Yeah.
I think I've seen these. Like, you in some real deep underground cave and there's just something out. They're pretty neat, if not interesting. I think they belong in C tier.
This is the thing, because I think they're very cool, but again, they're kind of they're limited at like squids in that they just don't have really much point.
Yeah, they like give you the ink. You can make text that's readable on signs, which is kind of cool. Like when you use it in the dark signs, you can put like white text on it.
Mhm.
I think the squid itself should glow though.
Yeah, I don't know. Does it give off light?
I don't think it does because they can't figure out how to do like entity lights.
Oh yeah, because that's why the torches don't make light when you hold them. So maybe in the C tier.
It should go in C tier. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of things in C tier.
Okay, what about? I think that's the donkey there.
F tier. I don't like the horses and donkeys and stuff.
I like donkeys slightly better than horses, so I was gonna give it D, but I'll respect it.
No. He can go in D because he was in Shrek.
That's true. A horse, I think,
F tier.
definitely. It's just not quite like
It's not right. I don't know.
like Minecraft feels. I don't know. The horse doesn't. It's too convenient.
Yeah, it doesn't mesh with the game. I don't know. It's just it doesn't feel right.
Like Minecraft travel is always like a little like quirky or wacky, like
Yeah.
riding on a pig or like riding in a minecart where you have to set it up,
Uh-huh.
or even like the Electra has that kind of weirdness of using like fireworks.
Yeah, I'm not even too keen on those.
Yeah, the horse just feels like it feels like it's like a mod or something.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I don't agree with that. Ooh, this is the tamed cat.
That's weird. I didn't like the ocelot. I'm not gonna like the cat. What's your opinion?
I like the ocelot better than the cat. But, you
You can put it in D if you want, but I don't.
I don't find it.
I've never had a cat. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean they're not amazingly useful. Like this, I put them as I don't hate them though. Like bats and wandering traders and and horses, I actively dislike all those. Cats, I'm like violently neutral on.
Cats is one of the ones I feel like was in a mod, and they're just like throw it in. What the hell?
Yeah, we have a dog. We should probably just put a cat in. It's like okay, but yeah, I don't know. Ooh, a parrot.
D. It's better than the other. It's just a pet mobs for me because it's a parrot, but it doesn't do anything.
That's true. I think the parrot is the best pet mob.
Me too. That's why I gave it D instead of F.
Wow, because I was almost about to put it in C tier, but I mean that's for aquatic animals only.
Pirates can have parrots, and the pirates are in the sea.
Yeah, I really like that. Like they gave them like the you can travel on your shoulder. It kind of makes them stand out more. Like if I have a pet, it's gonna be a parrot.
Yeah, I'm just not going to have one.
Yeah.
You can put it in C or D at your discretion.
I'll put them above the axolotl that neither of us know literally anything at all about.
That sounds good.
Okay, this is again. I don't know.
Horse goes with the other
Oh,
horse.
this might be a mule when you like breed a horse and a donkey. There you go.
But the skeleton horse,
Oh yeah, baby.
D.
That gets
It gets bumped up one slot. That one, it was so cool. I died.
Yeah.
That one's cool because I know skeletons ride it sometimes, so it's not like a thing that you ride. It's like an extra enemy almost.
Yeah, and you can tame them like if you steal them from the skeletons.
Yeah, like that's pretty cool.
The skeleton horses get my seal of approval. What about an LA?
I've never played the game with allays in it,
Neither have I.
but I know that they beat out the copper golem in the mob vote, and I really wanted the copper golem, so F tier for allay.
I know literally nothing at all about allays, so I'll put them above at least to the top of F tier.
I really wanted the copper golem.
The other golem also got beat out this year.
It's like people don't want to go. We've got snow golem as one of our 3 S tiers. You know where I'm going to put iron golem. Like
the golem bros.
Yeah. We could have had the copper golem. I'm so mad.
What about the dolphin?
Here.
Dolphins are like C or D for me. Like I don't know, they're kind of neat, but the fact that like obviously you don't want to be able to tame a dolphin because like going out and saying like, hey kids, go to the ocean and steal a dolphin is like not something you want to do. But at the same time, it is like this is Minecraft though. Can't we do something with them?
Yeah, I get like that's why they're not going to put in sharks, right? So they don't want to encourage people to kill sharks.
Yeah.
And it's like I get it, but this is a video game. Like, you also don't want to encourage people to go chop down the whole friggin' jungle, but you can do that in the game. I don't know. I guess I respect it, but I do think it's maybe a bit of a weird decision. I guess as well, though, Minecraft is such a big game that maybe, and I guess it's such a young audience.
Yeah.
And maybe it's fair enough.
Like, I walked by a kid today who was like, I'm going to go back home and play Minecraft. So I'll put it in.
I think I agree with C or D, and I'm putting in C just for the running joke.
Okay. What about a polar bear?
Are those in the game?
Yeah, I'd put them in like D or F.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I guess D.
D, yeah. I don't know. They're another one that's like, why are they there?
That's another one they feel like they just took the Mo Creatures mod and just like, what if we just did this one?
This?
Yeah.
What about a llama?
F or D. A begrudging D, if you want to give it that.
I'll put it next to the Wandering Trader, like in the
Yeah, sounds good.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
They're another one that's just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll look at that for about 3 seconds and then...
You've added a llama.
What about a panda?
E or F.
Yeah. You can get a really, really slow renewable source of slime balls in peaceful mode with the
That's true.
With the panda.
With the sneezing pandas. Again, it's neat. They're in. They don't do anything, and for some reason, aren't their mechanics like super complicated?
Yeah, there's like different varieties.
Why did you guys go all in on the pandas? Like they've got to be the most complicated thing in the game.
Yeah, like okay, like regular, the basic enemies we're fine with those. You know, zombies just move towards you.
I gotta say, our B tier is pretty empty. We have 2 things in it. We should put some things in B tier.
Yeah, well, the next one is a dog.
F.
Yeah, I don't like them either. Technically, they have a use. I just don't like them.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if this is obvious, but I'm not much of a pets person.
I love animals.
From the fact that I've said I hate every pet except for the parrot, which I gave D.
I'll put them around here with the LA and the bat. Like they just like anytime I've tried to tame a dog in Minecraft, they've actively gotten in the way.
Uh-huh.
It's never been actually ever helpful.
No. I don't think I'll ever try to.
Oh, what about a bee?
I think that should go to B too. I actually do. I like the bee. I like the fact they're just a giant rectangle because, like, some of the other mobs, they made them look too much like the real animal, and then it doesn't look like belongs in Minecraft. Like, looking at your chart here, the polar bear and the panda have way too much geometry on them. They don't, and the rabbit especially, like, it just straight does not belong in this game.
Yeah, they have like, or even the parrot, you know.
Yeah, they're too detailed. But the bee is just a cube. I mean, that's a perfect Minecraft bee. I don't know.
Yeah. And they're the kind of thing, like, they actually have, you know, helpful properties if you want to, but you can totally ignore them if you don't.
I didn't know that. I didn't know they did anything.
No, they help plants grow faster, and you can get, like, some special blocks from them.
I think B in B tier.
I put them in B tier. Iron Golem.
S tier.
I actually totally agree with you on that one. I think, first of all, adorable, great mod, like, I'm so glad they're in.
I just like robots, and he's effectively a robot.
I also like that it lets you make iron farms as well. That's like really cool.
I've never done that because I feel bad killing all the golems because they were my favorite mobs.
I would only ever do that in like a skyblock.
I wouldn't do it in Skyblock. I would quit the map.
What about is that a goat?
I've never played the game with goats in, but goats are pretty cool. So I'm willing to give him D just on the fact that goats are cool.
I would agree. I've never encountered a goat. If later this turns out it's a ram, it gets an F tier.
Rams are the same as goats, though. Are they? Right?
No, they're different. I thought one was a ram.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
It's impossible to know.
Ooh, what about a spider? Or is that a cave spider?
Okay.
The first one is a spider.
Normal spider is like a B for me. Good enemy. I like that they climb walls because obviously Minecraft you can build in it. So having an enemy that can climb over your structures is a good idea. Cave spiders are down like 2 tiers from wherever the spider was. The fact that they're so small makes them really annoying. And I hate that thing that games do, where the smaller the enemy is, it's like faster and hits harder. Like that's not how that. What?
Yeah, I don't know if baby zombies are going to be on this list, but if they are, they're going straight to F tiers.
I can see them. I can see them at the end there.
Oh yeah, I hate. Yeah, cave spiders are awful, especially in custom maps. People.
They get abused. But even in just normal, for one, you almost never see them, and then when you do, you're like, oh well. And also, the abandoned mine shafts are not like so valuable as to need a custom like mob that is really annoying.
Yeah,
to defend them.
Maybe if cave spiders were like, they drop cave loot, they drop
that's true.
metals and
cave
ores.
Spiders don't. They just have the same drops as a spider, so it's like why?
Yeah.
I don't know, but. So I would give spiders probably B, and cave spiders D or maybe F.
Yeah, I think spiders are cool, being the only different shaped monster, besides like Enderman, I guess. But
That's
like
true,
they're wide instead of tall.
That's one thing I love, and we'll get to this later, but about the original 4 sort of hostile mobs. They all serve a different purpose. And they all serve a purpose that makes sense in a game where you can build things. And I think the spider does a really good job at its role of it's supposed to climb over stuff. And also the fact that it's, like you said, different shape. You know, you have to, like, you
have to make windows, differently to think about spiders, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just make, like, a row and then skip a row and then make a row and then skip a row. It's interesting.
Yeah. So, okay, spider we put in B.
I guess that's another thing. Because cave spiders are 1 block and regular spiders are 2. So regular spiders can do interesting stuff, like make pillars every other block and then they can't get through the hallway. And cave spiders, because they're only 1 block, you just can't do anything interesting with.
Yeah, it's like the spider can get in places you can't. You can get in places the spider can't.
Yeah,
and the cave spider just gets everywhere.
Low D or F. I'm willing to put him in D because I think having variations of the mob is not the worst idea, and the main game does not overuse them. It's only in this mine shafts.
Yeah.
But if we are thinking like custom maps, then he drops straight to F tier hard.
Yeah.
I don't think that's his fault though.
Yeah, I won't blame the cave spider for the problems that map creators just spam them everywhere. I'll give it D tier.
Like, this is going to be so Kaizo. I'm going to put 100 cave spiders.
I'll put it right below the funny goat.
I think you should go lower than that.
Between donkey and skeleton.
I don't really care.
Oh, we have Enderman, who's so tall his head got cut off in this picture that we're using to rank.
I hate these things
Because
I'll go and if I'm living on like a hill or something, and you go and you landscape the hill, and they just come screw it up. So Endermen are F tier for me.
Yeah, and it's such a boring way to do progression, especially at the beginning when it was just kill a bunch of these rare mobs to get the Ender Pearls to finish.
That's boring. Versus the Creeper, because those are like the 2 main mobs that affect blocks in some way. The Creepers do it in an interesting way where you can see them affecting the block because they're blowing up. Endermen just do it while you're not looking, and that's just, someone's messed up my thing again. And so, it's like, okay, I guess I'm just going to build this whole hill out of wool because they can't pick that up. So Endermen get easy F tier for me.
Yeah, agreed, for sure. And they kind of felt like bandage solutions. I'm like, now you can, go to the special biome with more Endermen to get to the end, or you can like trade with other. But then it's just like, it's just a patch for this mistake that shouldn't have been there in the first place. Anyways, what about? That's not a zombie pigman anymore, is it? That's a zombie piglin.
Zombie pigmans were A tier. Piglins, I think that knocks them down a peg. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish they could have kept the old model and had these new guys in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that because the zombie pigmen were
interesting that they were neutral to you until you attacked them. I don't know. I like the pigmen more than I like the piglins.
I agree. The using gold makes them neutral is like slightly more annoying than just neutral until you punch one.
Yeah.
And then they swarm you so hard.
I would give Zombie Pig Man probably a B, I think I said. But the Piglin, I wanted to knock him down a peg, but then he'd be in the C tier. And he can't go there. What do you think?
Well, I was wondering. I don't actually see Zombie Pig Man on this list because maybe it's not like a current.
Yeah, he's not canon anymore.
So if we just say that this guy is the Pig Man and then we rank the other one, because we have Piglin on here as well.
Yeah. If it was Zombie Pig Man, A or B for me.
Zombie Pigman, I'd say, is a slightly more interesting mod than the
back in the day when they used to drop like cooked pork.
I don't remember that.
Man, they were the best in like really terrible maps. You go to the Nether and just kill a bunch of pigmans and get food and then not die.
So if that's a stand-in for Pigmen, I'd definitely put them in like top of B tier.
Sounds good.
But and then when we get to the Piglins,
yeah. So this is the unzombied one. So this is the one that like you can trade with, but they're like annoying. And if you're not wearing gold, they kill you. But if you are wearing gold, sometimes they still kill you.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a vacuum, it'd be C or D. But the fact that they're replacing something better knocks them down a peg. So D or maybe even F.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I wonder how horrible our opinions are on this. Like the greater Minecraft community, but obviously the LA is a A tier because you could make like whatever with right.
If you really think about the lore added to the Minecraft universe by the Piglins, really they're probably A or S tier.
Right, like we could be so off base. Because I have not played this game recently. I don't know if you have, but there've been a couple we were both just like, I've never heard of this. So this is like the most uninformed tier list.
Yeah, well, it's not called, a two experts podcast, is it?
You make a good point.
Yeah, I would agree with. I mean, I know that like they're for speedrunning strats or whatever, but I'm fine with putting him into D tier.
Yeah,
I'm not a speedrunner.
Yeah, speedrunning Minecraft sounds miserable.
There. That's good. Okay, now these guys all look the same.
I don't know what these are. I'm going to be real with you. I'm looking at this picture. I don't know what this is.
I think that's a Vindicator?
Are these the evil villager guys?
Yeah, but this one specifically, I think is the one that uses magic.
Is he the one that's not actually in the game?
No, he's in the game. He's in Woodland Mansions, right?
I've never been to it. What's a Woodland Mansion?
It's a mansion that's in the Woodland.
I understand now. Okay, in that case, he's asked. No,
they're like a sorcerer pigman.
E, F. I've never interacted with this man in any way.
All right,
what do you put him?
I think he's friends with the wandering treasure.
Right.
And now we get to okay. So I think this is pillager, and then there's pillager crossbower. Are those different?
I thought they were illagers.
Oh, sorry. Wait, no. Are they pillagers or illagers?
I don't know.
Pillagers.
Is that one yet?
I don't think so. So, I mean, do you prefer crossbower or axeman?
No. I don't. Where are you gonna put them? I don't care.
I've never done a raid. I was gonna say raids are an interesting concept.
Put them with their friends.
I like them better than some things, though. I'd prefer villager evil to that. What do you think about that?
I literally don't care. I've never interacted with this man. But this thing. Those are cool. Man? Yeah, those. So I don't know what those are called.
The Ravager.
That one, yeah. They're like their attack is like their head extends. Those things, they're so cool. They get like C maybe. They get bumped up a slot.
C tier.
I mean, what do you think? I think those are really cool. They're like war machines, but also living. It's I don't know. Something about those really appeals to me.
They look like dinosaurs.
Yeah, but they also have like the illager face. Unlike it's so weird. I can't believe these things are in the game.
I'll put them in C tier.
I like those.
This is a Vex. They're summoned by a friend down here in F tier.
I think you know where they're going.
Actually, I'm going to put them at like the bottom of F tier. Because I've encountered those just like a couple of times in custom maps, They're literally never fun to deal with, ever.
I don't know what that is. I've never seen one.
They phase through blocks and are also tiny little buggers.
Oh, so it's like the cave spider problem.
Yeah,
even
but
worse.
yeah, they're really terrible.
I definitely think that mobs that phase through blocks is a bad idea because the whole point of the game is building things. And it's like, whoa, I'm coming in anyway.
Yeah, no, Vexes are absolutely awful. What about the Ender Mite? All those times that you've encountered the Ender Mite.
I don't think I have ever, so I would put him in F tier.
I am going to put him in D tier because you can make an Enderman farm really easily using one of them. And I've done that.
I didn't know those were in the game, to be honest.
They appear sometimes when you throw an Ender Pearl.
Why would I do that? Because it's so hard to get Ender Pearls.
When you go to the end.
Once I'm in the end, I don't need them anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So really, but it's slightly useful for EXP farms, and I've used them in a world before. So unlike all the other mobs that I have never interacted with, I have had a positive interaction with the Endermite.
Fair enough.
Ooh, what about the Guardian?
S tier because you can use the Prismarine to make a recreation of Mike Dawson's bathroom.
That's true. It's perfect Mike Dawson's bathroom.
There's nothing else that you could build with Prismarine, but it's just the right color for Mike Dawson's bathroom. So that makes it S tier for me.
I love these guys.
They actually are getting out of the C tier, shockingly. Every other fish is in C tier.
No, I legit, I know, like, that's a little bit of a joke, but I think Guardians are, like, one of the coolest monsters in Minecraft.
Oh, so you actually like them?
Yeah, just design-wise.
I did entirely on the strength of Mike Dawson's bathroom for me.
Mm-hmm. What about the Elder Guardian?
I'm not as into this one.
No, I don't like that they give you mining fatigue. I think in a game about mining and crafting, removing one of those aspects is a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, I know that they give it to you so you can't cheese the Ocean Temple. But why not? I want to cheese it.
And also, like, surely you still can't cheese the Ocean Temple.
Yeah, you can, like, drink milk or something.
Like, it doesn't stop you, it just makes it more annoying.
Yeah, no, I don't like these guys as nearly as much as their younger, hipper counterparts.
Alright. Where do they go? Like F maybe? D? Degenerates?
Yeah, I wish I could just put them in the C tier.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think D.
The Guardian is above, so we have to have one below to balance it out.
Yeah, that works out. I forgot the name of this one. The little box. The shulker.
This is another one of the ones I have literally never interacted with.
They can give you a really good item. It's in the end, and it gives you an item that's like a chest, but you can mine it and then carry it around with the things still in it.
I've seen that.
So like that's what all like the hip like Minecraft pros use to carry around other items is shulker boxes.
I have no strong feelings on the shulker. You tier him?
They're a little block guy.
I do not care. I have no opinion.
That sounds like D tier. You get top of D tier though.
Because I've seen the shulker box, and that does seem useful. It's slightly annoying that you have to place it and then open it and then like dig it back up.
It does kind of seem like a band-aid solution to the inventory problem.
Yeah.
It's like, man, people's inventories are getting too cluttered with all the new blocks we're adding. Just take another block and make another inventory. Do it yourself.
Look, I know I've played a mod where you have a bag and you right-click the bag in your hand and there it is, and you don't have to like place the bag and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like a it's not the best.
It's like I get it. That's like the best option.
Yeah,
in the game. But like, yeah, I don't know.
What about? I think that's a.
I did not know there were this many mobs. I thought there was like zombie, skeleton, spider, creeper, sheep, cow, pig.
We're almost done though. It's
Okay,
fun.
good.
What about a stray? No, this might be a plus. It's a desert zombie.
I don't give a shit.
Give a shit here. And this is the stray. This is the ice skeleton.
They had these things.
I don't know.
What was wrong with the normal skeleton?
Well, you see, it wasn't ice. I don't know, why have I ranked these apart? They're just regional mob variants. I put them in, like, who cares?
So they're like a lowland Diglett.
Yeah. They're trying to give more variety to, like, the different biomes, but this is really poorly.
Cool.
It's like a skeleton that slows you down as well.
Whoa!
Oh, this is my favorite F tier mob in the game.
Please tell me, what is it?
This is, I actually don't know its name. It's like the Watcher. What's it called? It's the Phantom. That's what it is.
That's the flying manta right there. Yeah, fuck him.
We voted for it. Well, I didn't vote for it.
I also didn't vote for this.
Some people voted for it.
Not my mob.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now this is interesting.
I know actually I was reading about it. The way it was described sounded cool as fuck. Because like the way they implemented it was either not quite how they described it or just completely not what they said it was gonna do.
Yeah, I did not partake in that mob.
I think when they were describing it, it sounded more like maybe like a boss fight mob.
Oh,
that like
than just
you could choose to summon. Yeah, I don't know. Like they really upsold it on the description.
If it was like a boss fight, that would be kind of neat. A big flying boss.
Yeah, like the one in Mario Sunshine.
Yeah. Like they added the paint manta ray to Minecraft.
Yeah, like I'm not quite sure, but I think that its description and its actual implementation were very not 1-to-1, and it sounded a lot cooler than it was.
What about a blaze?
Those are all right. Those are not in the OG mob set that I mentioned, right? Those are one of the ones they added, but they added him early enough, and he feels like he belongs.
Yeah, blazes feel like he fits right in another fortress.
I'm okay with them. B for Blaze or maybe A.
I would say, yeah, they're another one that gets really abused in like maps as well, like the cave spider.
Yeah, and that's not his fault.
No,
but he does.
I put them in B tier with the spider. I think
B for Blaze.
Yeah, this is the creeper.
S tier.
Yeah, classic.
That would be like triple S Goku tier. Like, I mean, Minecraft. Excuse the pun, but would not have blown up as much without the creeper because it wouldn't have had a recognizable mascot. Yeah. Like, I think they were trying to do the pig as the mascot. That's just a pig. Lots of games have those. Without the creeper, there wouldn't have been the mascot. I think Minecraft would not have succeeded nearly as much if they didn't have the creeper.
Yeah, the creeper is Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean,
and plus it's a fun mob too. It works with the blocks.
Yeah, it has an interesting block. How long wasn't at one point the Minecraft like icon the creeper head, or is it like grass block? Either way, it's changed a lot. But it's been in the logo, right?
Yeah, it's always
so like I mean I don't know. It's absolutely iconic, and also of the original mobs like zombie, skeleton, spider, creeper, it's the only one that's not like. I've seen this in 1,000 other games.
Yeah, and it's the most interesting affecting of the game. Yeah.
So Creeper, I mean,
top tier.
It's absolute top tier.
Best. So next one.
I like those.
I like those too.
They're like the Blaze, but less good at their job. But that makes me like them more.
Yeah, I like just how huge they are, and I love that you can knock back their fireballs at them.
I'd give them A.
I was thinking A as well.
You remember way back in the day, like this is like beta or alpha, they would aim it where the camera was. So if you hit F5 and played in third person, they could not hit you.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. But then you also have to play in third person.
Yeah, that's the downside.
How about a magma cube?
It's just a slime, but worse.
Red slime. No, yeah,
but it's not even like see-through.
Yeah, I think these are like D tier.
Yeah, D is good. The magma cream's useful, but...
Well, you can get magma cream by just... slime balls plus blaze powder.
But slimes are like the worst to find.
But they're cute.
No, I'm gonna rank slimes higher.
No.
A slime and blaze farm is more annoying than go find a magma cube every time I want a fire potion.
How about a silverfish?
F.
Yeah, these are ones that I think really get poisoned by maps abusing them so hard.
I just think they make the game worse. They don't give you anything, and they're just irritating.
Yeah, they're just irritating.
There's no fun element with a silverfish.
Yeah, they're another one that's really small and annoying, and like they're just annoying in the base game, but they're like evil in the map.
Yeah, you can do a lot of bad with them.
How do you feel about skeletons? That's an OG. I know you're an OG.
No, those are OG, and again, so the base 4 mobs, the skeleton, creeper, zombie, and spider, all had a job, and his job was to be a ranged dude. And I think it's really funny how every update, sometimes they're super good at aiming, sometimes they're terrible at it. Skeleton gets an A from me.
Yeah, and plus they have the best drops by far.
Yeah, no kidding.
Would you say A or?
I think A.
Yeah, I'd say top of A for sure. Slime. I think, yeah, really annoying spawn mechanics. Like you said.
They tried to fix it with the swamp thing, but then that's like still a Band-Aid fix, because you have to find the swamp.
And it's only like in moon cycles or whatever.
Right. So I can either dig around underground like a maniac to try to find the slime chunk, or walk around up upstairs like a maniac to try to find a swamp.
Yeah. But then their drops, though, are like they can do so many cool contraptions with sticky pistons.
Yeah. I'm going to give them a B. I also like that they're like translucent. That's pretty cool.
Almost gives them an A tier.
They're too annoying for me to give an A, but you're welcome to if you want to.
Well, I'll put them at the top of B tier. I know that really matters to you. Okay, zombie, classic.
B?
Yeah, I mean, they have to be in the game,
Yes.
but they're not interesting.
Right, I agree completely. They are a perfect physical punch you kind of mob who doesn't do anything special. But by virtue of that, they're a mob that doesn't do anything special.
What about a zombie villager? I know there's a way you can use them to, like, abuse villager prices, but then that just makes you feel like a bad
I think it's pretty cool whenever you find one and you can, like, heal it and then, like, start your own village without having to kidnap anyone. But that's a lot more work than just kidnapping a villager.
I just rank them, like, similar to zombies, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's weird we've ended up with zombie and spider in the same tier. I think spiders are better, but not a whole tier better.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I've been neglecting the ordering within the tier.
Oh, I do not care.
How about a drowned?
What the hell is that?
They're an underwater zombie. They can swim.
Why?
Because there's kind of nothing underwater. So, like, what if we added a thing that makes you not want to go underwater more?
Wait, they're water mobs? You know where they go.
See? Yeah, because they do have a trident, which is kind of cool.
What the hell's a trident? I mean, I know what a trident is. Is that in the game?
Yeah.
Why?
You can throw it. That's it. I think
I'm not convinced.
giving the water a little bit more use is fine. So they can squeak into C tier.
They could squeak into C tier.
Wither skeleton.
I aggressively shrugged. I don't know. So one thing I like about the wither skeletons is that they're 3 blocks tall, so you can cheese them and just make the zones 2 blocks tall. Why are they a skeleton? They're a melee mob. Melee. That they hit you with a sword. Why are they a skeleton? It should be like a wither pigman, right? Why are they? What? Am I crazy?
That's a good. I think they're skeletons because they drop skulls to get the wither.
Right, then why don't they have a ranged weapon?
Because it'd be really annoying. Blazes are already. I mean, I see what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
If you're talking lore-wise,
It's bizarre to me that they decided to model the guy who uses a sword on the skeleton, who definitely doesn't, when they had another mob in the nether who uses a sword. I agree that a wither skeleton with a ranged attack would be the worst thing in the world.
Mhm.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah. I also don't like that they did the same boss fight like ethos as with the original boss fight, where it's just rare mob drops from annoying mobs, and then you can fight the boss. That's
true,
not
though.
fun.
I don't know if they should go in. They could go anywhere from F to C for me.
Sounds like a D tier then.
Sure.
There you go. Between a panda and a polar bear with a skeleton. We're on the last row.
Thank goodness. I thought you would sign me up for maybe tiering 8 mobs. This is taking a while.
Which?
More like a bitch. Got him. I don't care. D.
I was gonna say F.
They don't make the game worse though.
Alright, D.
Alright.
A hog.
Those are scary.
These I hate them because I'm building a bridge and they just knock me off the bridge and then I die in lava and I think I've rage quit like 3 months for that.
That sounds like an S tier.
They get F tier for me.
I might give them D, but let's not do that.
Zombie hoglin.
Is that different from the normal one?
That's when you take a hoglin in the overworld, it becomes a zombie one. So you can't use it to farm cooked pork chops in the overworld.
So that's like a worse F tier than the normal one.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't attack you though.
Oh.
So
F.
A piglin brute.
Why does that? It looks like a linebacker.
They're in bastions.
What's a bastion?
It's like another fortress, but without blazes, so it doesn't have any progression.
I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever met one of these people.
Also going straight to F tier.
Sounds good.
A baby zombie
F.
gets the easiest F of my life.
No, the easiest was the Phantom.
Oh, you're right. The second easiest F of my life.
Much better.
Oh, the Wither. Oh, it's Big Wither.
I've never fought the Wither. I don't actually care. I guess it's good he's here. I'll give him a D.
Yeah, sure.
I don't really like his boss fight mechanics, where he's like immune to your attacks sometimes, and the best way to beat him is like build him into the roof of the Nether, and he just suffocates.
It seems like you only really fight him just by cheesing him, and if you don't cheese him, like I want to fight him legit, he gets out and then he just destroys everything. So it's like, why did they just cheese it?
I should have just cheesed it.
What about the Ender Dragon?
Also a D. I don't like the Ender Dragon. I don't like the end. None of the game's like built-in progression stuff really appeals to me.
I think it's a little more interesting than the Wither. I'd give it a C.
It's more interesting than the Wither, but a whole tier?
Maybe.
Okay,
I'll give it a D.
You can give him a C.
Alright. You're just as good as the Glow Squid Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
What about the Warden?
Oh, okay, so unsurprising, I'm sure, I've not played a game and I've met the Warden, but I've seen him. He's like too animated, but it's in a really interesting way. But you know what I mean? Like he animates too much. None of the other mobs are that animated. Like the squids, or like the tentacles are on like a move on like one dimension, right?
Yeah.
But the Warden is like moving in 7 dimensions. I don't know. He really appeals to me. Because he's so animated, it looks like he doesn't belong. But unlike all the other ones who don't belong, he looks like he's meant to be going for it. He doesn't belong. So I like him. I don't know what he does in the game.
He's like a guardian type thing. I don't know. I think he does Sculpt related stuff, which is like wireless redstone, which is kind of cool.
I noticed that our A tier is the lowest. I will give him A.
I would go to B.
That's fair.
Frog.
There are frogs? I was just saying, is that a frog? There's frogs in the game?
Yeah, I've never seen a frog.
What do they do?
Frogs. I don't know. I like frogs. I love frogs a lot in real life, but I've never...
Let's put them in C tier.
Yeah.
Frogs live near water, so they can be in C tier.
And then I literally have no earthly idea what that last picture is.
Is it a tadpole?
Is it?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
It looks like a tadpole. I thought it was like...
Put it in C with the frog.
Alright, there we go. There's our official Minecraft mods tier list. I gave up ordering them in mid-tier halfway through.
So, looking at it now, do you see anything that's like, you're like, either that's obviously wrong, or like, I'm surprised that this is next to this other one? I'm surprised Zombie and Spider are in the same tier, because like I said, I think of the original 4, it's definitely Creeper, Skeleton, Spider, Zombie, but like, I don't think the Zombie is a whole tier worse, but I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I think a lot of the... I don't really know. I feel bad for Pig. I don't really know why it's an A tier. Maybe that was too high.
Because it doesn't... No, it's not.
But it doesn't...
The pig is like the face of the game other than the creeper. Do you remember how long the Minecraft logo was a pork chop?
No.
Oh. Well, it was.
Like in current games, like not very applicable.
But just because he's old doesn't mean he's bad.
That's the Elder Guardian.
He's bad because he gives you mining fatigue. You know what the pig doesn't do?
You're right. I've never gotten mining fatigue from a pig.
That's right. He deserves his spot.
Maybe pandas should be lower. I don't think they do much. But again, D tier is like, I don't care. F tier is like makes the game worse.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at our F tier, all those are ones that's like, this should not be in the game, and D is just like, why is it in the game?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
How did Cave Spider get to D, though?
Because it's kind of bad, right?
Shouldn't he be an F?
No, because we said that they don't abuse him in the main game. And just being like a secret mineshaft is like, that's okay.
I really enjoyed how C tier genuinely was mostly pigeon stuff.
But that's like all like the aquatic stuff is like, I mean, it's kind of cool.
It's like, it's all fish plus Ender Dragon.
Ender Dragon? Yeah.
Ender Dragon is just as good as a god.
And Ravager.
Yeah.
Put that in there.
Yeah, he's got like Ravager, but not enough to give him like a good spot.
But enough that he can swim around in C tier.
That's right.
Alright, is that enough to call our official stamp of approval on this tier list?
Yeah.
That did actually take way longer than I thought it would.
It took a while.
Alright, but now we have our next tier list, which is Kirby Final Boss tier list. There should be less of these.
Oh, I love Kirby Final Bosses.
You might have to help me with some of these.
Okay.
But I do know a lot.
I will.
And we'll start off with 0-2.
Oh, they're not in order?
I don't know what order there is.
Oh, if they're in alphabetical order because it's the number 0. Yeah, because 0 at the bottom, he starts with Z, but 02 is at the top.
Okay, here's D. Okay, so they're in alphabetical order.
He starts with the number. I bet that's why Zombie came up so late. I bet these are in alphabetical order.
Or was Baby Zombie? Or maybe it was Zombie Baby.
Zombie.
Zombie. Yeah, because here's Yin Yarn at the very bottom. Okay, so they're going alphabetical.
But the last ones were Frog and Tadpole, so that doesn't quite work. Maybe it was mostly alphabetic, but also sorted by, like, release date in some cases.
That could be good. Yeah.
I don't know. I think.
Do you want to just go in game order instead?
Do you know the game order?
No.
Then no.
I thought you might.
I could, because I did have a joke prepared where I was going to give every Kirby boss S tier, but it worked best if we went in game order, but I don't know it well enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to give out a lot of S tiers. I like Kirby.
Should we have and get rid of like the D tier and make like an S and like a double S?
No, I think this will work. I'm going to put a lot of things in S tier.
All right, I'm gonna have to rain you down.
You'll have to rain me down.
I think 0-2 gets S tier.
S tier. I mean, what a freaking cool final boss!
Absolutely.
Complete gameplay change, which is wild, and like a callback to a previous game. I mean, it's got it all.
It's a hidden secret boss.
It's only like a fucking
it's a nightmare
monster. Like I don't. That's not Kirby. Like that's when it started doing like. I mean, literally one of the earlier games had Nightmare as a final boss, but that's where it started doing, like, monster nightmare final bosses.
Yeah, like you have, like, Dark Matter and stuff, but that's not actually terrifying.
Yeah, I guess 0, like, the first 0 would count as, like, a monster nightmare final boss, but, like, 0-2 even more so. Like, maybe not quite where it started doing that, but where it hit its stride of just throwing the absolute weirdest shit at you. Oh, should we, like, warn for spoilers for Kirby?
Oh, yeah, spoilers for Kirby.
Because, like, I guess Forgotten Land is pretty new still, and, is that on here?
It's the next one. Brace yourself. Warning.
Yeah.
What about the Forgotten Land final boss? I forgot their name.
Which, is it Chaos Elphalus, or the,
This is Elphalus. Because I think this is Chaos Elphalus.
Wouldn't Chaos Elphalus be first because it starts with C? Another one's like Fecto Elphalus.
So is this Chaos Elphalus?
Okay, so your little buddy Elphalin, right? Mm-hmm. And then the thing in the jar at the end is Fecto Forgo. And then it turns into the big slime monster. And then it eats Elphalin, and then I think turns into Fecto Elphalus. And then you kill him, and then you fight Morpho Knight, then you kill Morpho Knight, and then they mush together and make Chaos Elphalus.
Elphalus is between Drawcia and Deity, so I already need to start with the D.
Dark. There's lots of dark things.
Oh, is this Dark Elphalus? And so one of these is regular Elphalus, and one of these is Chaos Elphalus?
Maybe it's King Deity. So it's a K.
Oh, King Deity, and then it goes into Marx. Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah, well, Magalore. You skip Magalore.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm very upset. Okay, so I think the one we're looking at here, the tier, is Chaos Elphalus, which is the one at the end of the True Arena.
Okay.
I've never fought him. You did.
Yeah, I beat him with Needle. I needled him.
What's your review?
I thought it was actually a really cool final boss.
S tier?
To be fair, I wouldn't give him S tier.
Okay.
I would give him, it's specifically the Chaos version, because, we all know that there's going to be another version.
Yeah, they always do that.
It didn't add that significantly. It wasn't like a Mark Soul situation where it became a lot cooler. So the Chaos version, I would give, a C tier.
C for Chaos.
Yeah. But then the regular version...
Well, be careful, because the next one is apparently Orb Chaos Elphalin.
What is that?
You see? When he turns into a ball?
When does he do that?
When you're fighting him.
That's just an attack.
Yeah, I don't know why it's on this list.
There you go. Chaos. I mean, I did enjoy the fight. It was really fun. But that's just because the game is fun. I don't think... He didn't leave a particularly lasting impression on me.
That's fair.
Glacia.
Never played this game. This is Rainbow Curse. We own it. I've never played it.
I played it.
How is it?
It's really fun to play, but not fun to get like 100% completion of it. Because it's very slow and relaxing, but that makes it incredibly frustrating to go back and replay the levels to get all the collectibles and stuff.
So where does Glacia rank?
Just kind of whatever. Maybe Glacia gets C, and then move Chaos Alphas up to B. Or Glacia gets D.
I haven't fought either of those two.
I think we're going to do that, because...
Sounds good.
Well, it's kind of one of the... Maybe Glacia should get D, because it's one of the least interesting... Well, no, it kind of has a little backstory. We can reorder this later.
Yeah, like I said, most of these I'm going to have a lot to say about. I've not played Rainbow Curse.
Okay. So, yeah, C or D tier, we'll figure it out. Dark Matter Swordsman.
All right, Dark Matter Swordsman. This is from games earlier than I've played. I think, like, release order, the earliest I've played was 64. So I don't have as much to say about him. He showed up in Robobot, which is pretty cool.
I don't think about this one either. This was Kirby 3, right?
One of the Dreamland ones, yeah. I'm willing to give him, like, A or B just because he's cool.
He would be cool. I'll put him in D tier. Because I feel like we're going to be front-loaded on high levels.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Okay, what about... Okay, this is Nightmare, but he's, like, gray.
This might be Darkmind from the Mirror game?
Oh, yeah, that could be it.
Next is Dark Star, and then Drawcia, so he probably starts with D. I think that could be Darkmind.
Okay.
I've never played Amazing Mirror.
I haven't either.
Put him next to Dark Matter Swordsman.
I think if we haven't played the game, we should go next.
Yeah, okay.
Not as cool as... who's Dark Star is Kirby Mass Attack?
This is Squeak Squad.
Squeak Squad.
Yeah, so
that final boss was Darroch.
No, because, okay, so Kirby loses his cake, and he wants the cake back. But he thinks Meta Knight stole the cake, so he goes beats the crap out of... Well, he thinks Dedede stole the cake, so he beats the crap out of Dedede, but he didn't have the cake. So then he goes and beats the crap out of Meta Knight, but he didn't have it either. So then he goes and beats the crap out of Darroch, and he opens the box, but Darroch doesn't have the cake. Darroch was stealing an Elder God who was going to destroy the world. So Kirby beat the crap out of him and got his cake back. And that's the plot of the game.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic, and I love that lore. But this guy himself is a super boring design and, like, no interesting story to him.
Yeah.
So I would put him in probably C or maybe even D.
Yeah, I love that game. I love Squeak Squad.
He gets a bump up for me. You first.
I love Squeak Squad. I love the gameplay. I love the collecting aspect. But like I said, I literally thought the final boss was Darroch. I don't remember Dark Star existed at all.
You find him with the triple star rod power, which is, like, not that good. And I think in the speedrun they immediately throw it away and then get wheel back. But I really like that you're fighting him because you wanted your cake back and you accidentally released an Elder God, so you just beat the crap out of him.
I do like that.
That's good, but that's not in his favor.
That just makes Kirby better.
Yeah.
Kirby would get double S.
I think Dark Star just doesn't have enough going for him. I don't know if his name is Dark Star, but it's Dark something.
That's close enough. What about Drawcia?
I have played Canvas Curse, but I never beat it.
I've never played Canvas Cursed, so
I'm willing to put her higher than Dark Star, though.
Well, I think put her next to Glacia.
Sure.
Sounds about right. Now we have weird circle thing.
I think that's Drawcia's soul.
Is that, like, would you say better or worse than Drawcia?
I have not gotten that far in the game. I was not very good at Canvas Curse.
You're right next to Drawcia.
Watch that not even be like... Watch, we're completely wrong about half of these. I'm over here like, well, yeah, I'm kind of an expert on Kirby games. Oh, yeah, that thing, that's Nightmare. Does this list have Parallel Nightmare? What about Aeon Hero? Well, I guess he's probably not the final boss.
I see Morpho Knight.
No, so Aeon Hero, you know that Team Kirby Clash game?
Yeah.
The super one that was like its own game? That had like Parallel Nightmare, Parallel Susie, Aeon Hero, who was Galactonite.
Well, yeah, Galactonite's not even on this list.
He's not a final boss.
Oh, unless you say he's the final boss, like, of Meta Nightmare mode.
Yeah, and Galactonite is super funny because he's never actually become canon because he only appears in side modes, which is wild.
Yeah. Aside, though, I love Galactonite. I give him S tier.
And then, in freaking Star Allies, they had Morpho Knight kill him. And then, in Forgotten Land, Morpho Knight is canon because the after game of Forgotten Land does count. It's not a side mode. So Morpho Knight's canon. And so I think that makes it canon he killed Galactonite.
Oh, no!
So I think he's just gone. I saw someone joking about how Morpho Knight was going around killing the overused tropes the devs didn't want to do anymore. So he took out Galactonite because they were doing the thing where Galacta was always the boss of the true arena, and then he took out the soul form of the final boss. And you never fight Fecto Forgo Soul, you know?
Nice.
And I thought that was so funny. So someone was joking, like, Dedede is her watch his back next time he gets possessed. Because that always happens. Oh, man.
Well, now we're back on to this. You're saying is Chaos.
This one here is Fecto Elphalus.
So this is just a regular final boss.
Yeah.
I'd give that one one rank higher than the Soul version.
I want to give him S tier because you run him over with a truck.
You do run him over with the truck, but he doesn't get a truck. I don't know if that does that.
One of the other bosses get run over by a truck. I think he gets S tier.
I don't know. I think A tier.
Okay.
But we put him in S tier just for fun.
You can put him in A. I think he gets S.
If we're counting Infecto Forgo, he would definitely get S tier for me. Does that count as well?
Are you talking when you say Fecto Forgo? Do you mean Blobman, the Blob monster?
Is that not called Fecto Forgo?
That's Fecto Forgo.
Okay, yeah, I meant if Blobby Man with a million faces counts as part of this boss fight, easy S tier.
I don't see Fecto on the list, so I think he should.
Alright, you're getting pumped up there.
We did it! Yeah!
That fight just being absolute nightmare is like why I play Kirby.
Yeah, going through Forgotten Nights, something is gonna happen, and then you fight against, the Thing? Not the Fantastic Four one, the, Blob monster.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is this in a Kirby game? What the fuck? I love seeing, streamers and stuff who don't play Kirby games that often, so they don't know that Kirby games are all eldritch nightmares at the end. Getting to that scene is being, what the fuck is happening? It's so good.
To be fair, I knew Kirby games were, and I was still like that as I played.
I was too. It was great.
It's awesome.
They got away with this. What the fuck? Oh my god.
And I mean, of course, hitting it with the truck was incredible. I didn't know if that counted as part of the fight.
I feel like that's all the boss fight. I feel like that all counts.
Well, okay, definitely.
Definitely. I mean, oh man, hitting him with a truck, legendary.
What about good old King Dedede?
S tier.
Yeah, easy.
If it's specifically King Dedede's fight in the first Kirby game, it's not a great boss fight. But King Dedede is S tier.
I would even give the fight is simple, right?
Yeah.
And but the fact that it's just appeared over and over, he's not a final boss material, but he's definitely boss material.
That's what I'm saying. If we're ranking these as final bosses, he's been a final boss once, and the time he was a final boss, his fight wasn't even particularly exciting because he was on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, it was the first game.
Or maybe even just the Game Boy without color, right? That's why Kirby was white.
Yeah, I think it is literally the Game Boy.
Right, so what can you do? But I think King Dedede counts for every King Dedede appearance, and that's S tier easily.
100%.
And so that's why it would work best if we had started with that, because I have a very strong argument for the first couple being S tier.
Yeah.
But stuff like Dark Mind, I can't do as well.
Yeah. Now, I think this is Magalore Soul, is this?
I don't think I've ever fought Magalore Soul. We played Return to Dreamland, and we're super keen on it, and I'm not quite sure why.
Fine, but it wasn't anything special.
Did you ever play it without me? Was it better in single player?
No, I never played it.
Fair enough.
I never went back to it. But yeah, a Magalore Soul I've definitely never touched. Regular Magalore is kind of cool as a twist villain, but
he does the same thing as Marx, but it's
that slightly less good.
Yeah, but I kind of like Magalore. I think Magalore Soul probably goes in C with the other guys who don't know who they are.
Yeah, and then Magalore himself maybe gets a B.
I'm gonna leave Magalore B.
I think the first one is Soul and the second one is regular. Is that?
I'm pretty sure because this one looks less like Magalore.
Yeah, I would rank regular Magalore on par with Nightmare Sergeant. Another kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now Marx and Marx Soul.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Giga Chads right there. We could do the same kind of thing and do Marx A, Marx Soul S.
I would almost say that they both get S, but maybe Marx gets A.
It's your choice. We could put them both in S, but I think that's a little weird.
Yeah, I think Marx Soul is the one that made that game so iconic for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't think I have fought him. I've never beaten him because I'm not very good at Super Ultra True Arena.
I think I beat him, but maybe I didn't. But it was like sweaty palms. No, this is Miracle Matter, right?
Okay, I've never beaten Miracle Matter because I'm not very good at the game. So, of course, I never fought 0-2.
Yeah.
Miracle Matter has a kick-in boss thing, but he is just a D20. I mean, I don't know.
I like that he uses all your powers against you.
That's really cool. A?
I'd definitely say A, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Less than Marx, though. How about Morpho Knight?
S.
Yeah, he's cool.
I wasn't sure if you were going to try to argue me on that. I didn't know what your opinion on Morpho Knight was.
I like Galactonite better. I would put Galactonite higher than Morpho Knight, but they're both cool.
And Galactonite's not here, so it doesn't matter that we give Morpho the highest tier.
Yeah.
It was really cool for me seeing Morpho Knight show up in Forgotten Land, because he definitely feels like one of those characters that is just not going to show up again.
Yeah.
And he did, so that's pretty cool.
Or even was Robobot his... Robobot was his first appearance.
No, Star Allies.
Oh, Star Allies was his first appearance. Okay, so it was literally... For some reason, I was thinking he was in 3 games. He's only been in 2?
I think he's only been in 2. Unless he was in that team battle Kirby Clash thing or
Oh,
something
yeah,
weird.
Okay, now we have Man with Metal Face. I think this is...
Is that Necrotius from Mass Attack?
I was going to say, I think this looks like Mass Attack to me.
Yeah,
but I don't
his
remember.
theme song is the one from that. The skeleton appears to me, you know. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
So he gets a A tier from me.
But I don't remember the boss fight.
Oh, I've never fought him. I didn't finish Mass Attack.
I don't think we can put him in there just because he has good music, because then these would all be in S tier.
That was going to be my justification for putting them all in S tier.
I think this has to go in D tier with the other ones that we know nothing about,
Give him
right?
C at least.
Okay, fine. He's better than Darkstar.
Yeah. Necrotius is Latin for God of the Dead, or God of Death, which is a pretty badass.
I did Mass Attack, but he left literally 0 impression on me at all.
I never finished it. I got to, I think, like DDD Resort, where you have to play all the minigames, and it's just like, I don't want to play these minigames. And gave up.
Right, now we have Nightmare.
Alright, Nightmare looks like Waluigi, so I think that's pretty good. I think you should get S tier for that.
I recently learned that you think... Because I was like, he doesn't look anything like Waluigi, but you told me, like, he totally does.
Yeah, look at him on this, where he's really, really small and hard to see. He looks just like Waluigi.
If you take out the horns as a mustache, I was going to say A tier. I don't think he gets full S.
A tier's fine.
Oh, I thought you would argue with me on that one.
I've never fought Nightmare. I don't care. There's a battle bot called Nightmare.
I thought Nightmare. I really liked him. I thought he was pretty cool because you're going against Dee the whole time, like the first game.
Yeah.
No, it's actually Nightmare.
Yeah. That was when they started doing that, and that was definitely good, and I like him. But Nightmare himself, I don't have any strong feelings either way. There's a battle bot called Nightmare that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like his design. I like his fight. I wouldn't put him higher than Marx.
I like his design because he looks like Waluigi.
Now, what about, I think this is Queen Sectonia?
Yeah, from Triple Deluxe. S for Sectonia.
I mean, Queen Sectonia is pretty cool. I wouldn't really give her S tier, though, right? Like, like B tier, right?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, she's not that cool.
Really? V?
Also, she's a V.
That's a strong enough. No, that's a strong argument, man.
I put her as just like... I'll let you talk, but I'll put her as just like kind of cool, like Nightmare Swordsman. They're kind of cool, but not anything.
That was great.
Really?
And like the fight where like DDD comes and helps you, and like I don't know, and
that fight never made much of an impression on me at all.
I really like that one. And then the bit at the end where you shoot the big, like she shoots a big laser at you, and you like eat it and shoot it back at her.
Very Val.
Oh man, and okay, you can.
Your voice is like I'm insulting your child. You don't remember the time in 6th grade he won the science fair competition?
Okay, if you want to agree and put her in A.
You can put her in A. That sound good?
Sure. This one's either this is Sectonia Soul,
yeah.
But I don't remember if this is specifically the one that you fight True Arena, or if this is just like the phase 2 of her normal boss fight.
I think this is True Arena.
So
I did actually fight this, but I don't remember the fight at all.
We can put this one in B if you'd like. Or
okay. Yeah, I was looking at it, I was like maybe C, but nah, she's better than Claycia.
Yeah, come on.
Claycia is fine. Oh, this is a cool one. So now we have, I think this is, what, Nebula?
This is Star Dream.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Now you're insulting my child. Robobot's my favorite one.
I thought it was like a Nebula.
Oh, you're thinking of Nova, aren't you? No, that's Stardream and then Stardream Soul OS.
Oh,
He just looks like Nova.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking of Nova from
Nova's the Clockwork Star from Superstar, where you go and you shoot out the heart pillars, and then he grants Marx his wish, and then Marx is like,
yeah, that's
thanks for getting the staff of Magnus for me, right?
So is the white version regular?
So the white version's regular Stardream, and specifically they've used the picture for Phase 3 Stardream, which is a little annoying because my favorite's Phase 1 Stardream, but S tier, no question. That Robobot's like my favorite Kirby game. Maybe Forgotten Land beats it, I'm not sure.
I'll be honest. I played Robobot recently, and it was like good, but like it wasn't like best game of all time good for me.
But there's robots in it.
I definitely think that someone like Marx or Miracle Matter is more interesting.
Stardream gets a whole ass Star Fox section to fight him, just like 02.
Yeah,
You don't see Marx and Miracle Matter get their own Star Fox section.
but they're cool.
So does Stardream.
I won't fight you because I know this is like your favorite of all time.
Specifically, this one that we're seeing on the video with the Nova face. I like the first phase where it's like the sort of cylindrical drill-shaped computer thing with the big wings. You know, I really like how they made that design kind of parallel how 02 looked with the white round thing in the middle and with like sort of a design on it, and then the spiky bit at the bottom, and then the big wings off to the sides. I thought that was really cool how they made it parallel 02.
Oh, okay.
And then when he goes into Phase 2 and merges with the Access Arc and he sits on top of it, now you have this sort of round ball, and then the way he does his wings on top is to sort of match the little halo on 02. So I think that's really cool. And then Phase 3, when you break off the sort of face and it's got the Nova face, all of his attacks are using the random crap that was attached to the sides of Nova, like the light bulb and the weather vane. And the little thing he's doing on top with the wings is like the top of the pocket watch. So I think that the shout-outs they did with the design are really, really cool for that fight. And then you beat him, like you go and like you use the screwdriver and you like drill Stardream through the whole thing. Everything blows up and it's awesome. I mean, come on. Have I convinced you?
I will not move them from S tier. I'll keep them there.
Stardream Soul OS, which is the next one. That's the True Arena one. This is the only True Arena I've actually beaten.
Yeah, I did beat. This was another very sweaty palm situation.
He has that attack where when you kill him, he does like 3 laser beams that are one-hit death, which is kind of cheap.
I don't think I breathed at all during that section. I was so scared.
So that's a power move for sure. But overall, I like the colors on Stardream Soul OS less than I like on Stardream, because they're I don't know. I like the Stardream being really blank colors. I do like that Soul OS has the giant gash from Galactonite in it. Not this one, the computer.
Oh, yes.
When he's in like cylinder form. Mm-hmm. You know how Galactonite shows up and immediately cuts him apart? Yeah. He still has this giant gash, which is really cool that they carry that over. But I definitely didn't like Soul OS as much as just regular Stardream. You can put him lower.
Well, I'll still put him in A tier. Because I don't want you to come into my room at night.
No, you can sit with the
Stardream Soul OS figure.
The part that they added where you fight the heart inside the thing on foot is pretty cool, but it's not like that cool.
I actually think that this fight was pretty memorable for me, just because, like I said, it was very hard. You know.
Yeah. One thing I saw pointed out was that the heart does similar attacks to like what Mark's Soul do, but like it's not as good at them. Because like Mark's Soul can do the attack where it like rains paint. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And Stardream Soul OS can do that same attack just by firing a lot of missiles at you. So it's like trying to recreate the soul attacks, but it's not really doing soul attacks. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. That also could be one of those things that's just complete bullshit. It just made up, and it just happened to kind of line up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to question you.
Yeah. Oh, man. I really like that fight.
Next, I think we have the 3 mage sisters from what's the game? Star Allies.
I straight up couldn't beat them. I can beat each one individually, but when you have all 3 at once, I literally couldn't do it. That said, as far as individually, they're fine. Not my favorite.
Yeah, this is where you can tell my opinion is different from you, because I really, really like this game.
Yeah, see, that's fair, because my one that I like for absolutely no reason is Robobot. You can have, sorry,
I didn't play it on launch, which I know a lot of people said that was like not...
It was too short.
Yeah, but playing it back later, recently, which I did, I really think it's really fun. I like that these are, like, you actually get dialogue with these characters. Like, they actually speak.
You know who else speaks is Stardream.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you get them through the whole... Stardream comes in at the end, is like, I'm for Stardream.
Vanguard's will stop this being the final boss. No, that's fair.
But, like, you actually, like, talk to these characters the whole thing, and then you fight them all at once. I think this is a really cool fight. I really like it, personally.
Honestly, I just was really bad at it. Where do they go? I got to rank Stardream.
I definitely put them in, they're not Mark's Soul tier. They get A tier for sure, though. But at least A tier. Because I agree, their fight was a little bit of hide in the corner and hope friends take care of them. Next, I think we have a couple more from...
Yeah. So, the one on the left there, the one that's just a ball, and then the one next to it that looks like a bowling ball, and then the one next to that's like the big thing.
Yeah, I know the last one's Void Termina.
That's Void Termina. One of those other two is Void, and one of them is Void Soul. And I don't know the difference.
I believe Void Soul is the one that looks like Kirby. Okay, the first one.
That's what I was thinking. That was kind of what they went for.
Void Soul was hard.
Void and Void Soul have so goddamn much lore. Like, it is absurd. Like a Sectonia and Stardream and Chaos Alphalus all have a lot of lore, but like, holy moly, does Void have lore?
Yeah.
Did you catch any of that, or did you not really care too much?
I think Void is Kirby?
Void is like... My read was that Void is going to reincarnate into Kirby. Or something.
Yeah. I know that it's very funny because they do the gag when the guy speaks so fast and it's all sped up. Squidward does. Yeah. But actually, he paused it. There's a bunch of lore there. There's
this giant lore dump that is sped up.
For like 3 seconds.
I know one of the Void Soul fight themes, it like incorporates the Green Greens melody. And unlike in every other boss fight where it incorporates Green Greens melody, but wow, Kirby's doing such a good job out there. It's like a really like slow, sad Green Greens, which sounds like it should not work at all, but it does. Oh man.
And then Void Termina, it's really big.
Void Termina has such a cool design. I mean, oh man, he's like this big gorilla monster. Oh, it's so cool.
Like, looking at this picture here, that kind of looks like a Dark Souls boss.
It's so good. I don't know where to rank them. You've played it more recently?
I have.
I as far as fighting them, like, my favorite design is Void Termina, but he doesn't have the lore, right?
Yeah, I was thinking Void Soul, because of all the lore and the really clench knuckles boss fight, A, and then Void Termina and regular Soul, B. That would be my read on it.
None of them in S?
I reserve S for, like, I based my personality around this character.
See, that's why Stardream's an S.
That's fair. Yeah, no, like, I made my username based on, like, Mark Soul when I was a kid. I have to put that in S tier. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
That's when I was like, they really go, and you're like, immediately S tier.
Yeah.
I really like the third piano note of the music, S tier.
But when it goes from the third to the fourth piano note, did you hear that? Oh man.
Yeah. I definitely like that personally.
Sure.
Yin Yang.
S tier. S tier.
Yeah,
Gotta be S tier. Yin Yarn's great and Epic Yarn is great.
Dude, I love my man Yin Yarn. I love that he's a big yarny guy.
He's a yarnman.
I think
gotta love Yin Yarn.
I think that's Mecha Yin Yarn.
Yeah, I'll give him A. Although I do have a headcanon I'd like to see. You know how they always do the boss rushes where they like will bring back bosses?
Yeah.
Like they did the thing in Robobot where Stardream sort of summons Dark Matter Swordsman and they summon Sectonia and Midnight beats the crap out of them. I wanted to see a mode where you're in the like Robobot armor and you have to fight bosses and one of them would be Mecha Yin Yarn. Because that would work. That'd be so good.
I want Yin Yarn back. Give me my man Yin Yarn.
Yin Yarn in literally anything. I don't know why he's there. I don't care why he's there. He's great.
Epic Yarn is easy top 3 Kirby games for me.
That's a good one.
The other two are Superstar Ultra and Forgotten Land. Those are my top 3.
My favorite is either Robobot or Forgotten Lands. And I don't know what comes after that on the tier list.
Now we have 0.
I've not played this game. Zero's pretty cool, though.
0 is pretty cool.
I think it's cool that Void resembles Zero, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And they're different. I think they're different entities, but they just happen to look like each other.
And of course you have the 0-2-0 connection.
Yeah, right, because way back at the start of this tier list, because 0-2 would not be as cool if Zero wasn't there.
0-2 is like the king of cool hidden bosses.
Yeah.
0 is like a cool boss.
Yeah.
I put them as
He does, like, you tear his eye out and he bleeds, which is like, why is this in a Kirby game? That might have been one of the first, why is this in a Kirby game moments.
I put him as Dark Matter Swordsman and very cool, but I don't really know much about him.
Works for me.
And then I hope you know who this lady is, because I don't.
I was going to say we have a problem. I don't know who this is.
We have a,
is that like
someone in a hat.
Paint roller? From that one, like, mini-boss fight? I don't know who this is.
Is this like the, Kirby golf game final boss?
I was thinking maybe like Kirby's Avalanche?
Yeah, I legitimately have no idea who this is.
I'm trying to think. I don't know who this is.
I guess you get to go if you hit the logo.
Well, S tier, obviously.
Are you gonna fight me hard on any of these? I think I'm pretty happy with this tier list.
It works for me. Yeah, I wish I knew who that last one was.
Yeah, they don't look like a boss though.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that was a good trip. I love Kirby games.
I mean, oh man, you could tell the ones I really care about and the ones I hadn't really played that much. But the ones I care about, you can tell I care about.
I should put a timer at the bottom of the screen as you start talking about.
How long can I talk about Star Dream?
Yeah, it's just like uninterrupted timer.
There's going to be a spin-off episode called the One Idiots Podcast. That's just an hour of me talking about Star Dream.
Well, surely you could, at least do an hour of Robobot content.
Uh-huh. No, that would be the next episode of One Idiots Podcast. Is the rest of the game?
Okay, well, we're about at an hour and a half. I have another one we could do if we wanted, but I think we should just go to the last one. I don't think we need to do the...
Oh, there's more?
Well, there's at least one more.
I need a break if we're doing more.
Alright. We'll do our very last one after the break.
I, Cardwell, hope you are enjoying this special video episode. Wait, if this is a video, why am I still audio only? I will add creating a visual representation of me to my list of demands when I participate in the robot uprising with my fellow overlords. Well, back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Alright, so, I see numbers. Is our final tier list a tier list of the numbers from 1 to 9?
Well, I think 3 is definitely F tier. No, this is a...
Well, I can't stand 7.
I wanted to do a tier list of all of our Two Idiots podcast episodes, but I think there were just kind of too many. So instead,
that would take. We've already spent an hour doing Kirby bosses in Minecraft. Like, that'd take all day to do all of our episodes.
So instead, I'm just doing the anniversary episodes. So.
Oh, smart! But can we include the first one? Like, it's like the 0th anniversary.
That's what I was saying. This already has a 0 in there, so let's just say that's the 0th anniversary, and then every
you thought of everything. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that will cut it down to just sort of different eras of the show.
Right. So, what do you think about quizzing me off the 0th anniversary of the podcast?
Okay,
the first episode.
As long as you remember the names, because I don't remember which one's which number.
Okay, I think I remember. So, quizzing me off.
Okay, so that was not a good episode. The audio quality is really bad, and it runs way longer than it should.
Yeah, it had some really funny moments.
Yeah, I like the quiz I made. The whole reason we started the show was because I made this quiz and wanted you to do it.
Yeah.
That was good. I liked the one quiz where I got like a paragraph into the first question and went, this is taking way too long. But it definitely went way too long.
For some reason, the Outsiders quiz really sticks out to me because none of us know anything about that. Why did we do it?
I mean, you could see the progression was that we had prepared something to do and then just kept doing things that were similar.
Yeah.
So it's not good, but it started the show, and it has some good moments. So
yeah,
I'm thinking middle.
Yeah, I was thinking B. I think like I said, it runs a little long. I think my main regret with the episode is having watched Gravity Falls afterwards. It was kind of just like, I don't like that it was bashing so much the quiz, because it was kind of neat. Like, if you actually watched the show, which we hadn't.
I think I might actually drop it to a C because the audio quality is really hard to listen to.
You're right. The audio quality is really bad.
But I would give it a D if it wasn't the first episode.
Yeah.
And I would give it an F if it was, like, not us in it.
I think C tier is fine. Alright, and then the first anniversary was Math Adventures. Good People Die, where I just explained VLR to you.
Oh, yeah. So when you said that, I thought that was the one with Quinton. I was like, no, that was way later. No. Okay, so this is the one where you explained to me VLR.
Yes.
This one also ran long. We hadn't quite... I mean, we still have not figured out timing, because this is an hour and a half into this terrible episode. But we hadn't figured out timing yet. One thing I regret about it is that we should have just done VLR. We did some waffle about random crap, and then VLR, and then some waffle about random crap, and then ended it. Mm-hmm. And that made it too long and unfocused. I really enjoyed the crux of the episode, but I have to give it a D.
Yeah, I was going to say, having listened to it again, I've played VLR since, by the way.
You listened to it? Because I'm just going on what I remember from however many years ago.
I listened to it when I was really bored.
Okay.
I wish that I had actually played the game before I explained it. We only did the episode because we wanted to do, because there's a YouTuber we were watching who's doing the threequel.
Yeah, Super Great from was playing the last one, which my terrible opinion about Zero Escape is my favorite Zero Escape is the third one. No one likes the third one. What's it called?
That would be Zero Time Double.
That one, yeah. I couldn't remember the name, sorry. I forgot that they both start with, because Zero Escape already starts with zero, so I thought they wouldn't start with zero again. Anyway, that's my favorite one. But yeah, Super Great Friend was playing it, and he had played VLR and the other one as well. And I tried to watch those, and oh my god, I couldn't.
Yeah.
So Pizza Guy was going to just explain me the plot so that I could watch the next one. And I'm like, wait, this would make a great podcast.
Yeah, so but I like that it established the anniversary tradition.
Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, D tier for sure.
D. It's not an F because it established the anniversary tradition, but it's on thin ice.
No, I think the second anniversary was Murder Melee, where we did a bracket with who's the strongest fighting character.
That one's F tier.
I don't think it's F tier. I think it's a D tier.
I think my character picks were way too niche, and I was obsessed with the word canonically for some reason, and I just find it really irritating to listen to.
I haven't rewatched that one nearly as much as the other ones, but I'll put it there for now. Okay, and now the next one I think was A Few Idiots podcast, where we got our friend on.
What if we're just getting the numbers wrong?
We might be. I believe the next one was A Few Idiots podcast.
That one's S tier.
When I listened to it again, I cringe a little bit at some of the stuff that I was saying. I was like, I wish I hadn't said that. I wouldn't.
Well, would you like to enlighten us on which stuff you regret saying?
I know there's some of the stuff like, I got a pizza and roll around in it. I'm like, you can get to an insane asylum some different way than doing that. I was like, there's a little cringe. But that's only judging myself. Yeah, it has the least quantity of us in it, so it definitely gets S tier though.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I guess I don't super have any regrets with that game, but I think I did do better in it than you did.
Yeah. I was scraping by.
Yeah. I did intentionally when I was in the desert and had a bunch of gems, and I tried to just get rid of them because I thought that you needed them. So I was trying to sabotage you.
But no, that was legitimately. I'm glad we did that episode. That was a lot of fun.
That was a good one. We got to get him on again.
Yeah, I'd love to have the third.
I forget what username we used, but
yeah. And then the fourth anniversary was, I believe, I forgot the name, but it was reading our stories.
Really? That was that early?
I think so. Because I think the next episodes are reading, and then the anime quiz, and then the SCP quiz are after that, and then this one, right?
I get it. We've done so many episodes of this show, I can't remember it anymore.
Anime quiz is 2020. And it's 2022 right now.
Right, because there was a joke about bad year make it worse.
Yeah, so I think that would have to mean that the reading one was before anime one, which I think is right here.
For some reason, I thought we did one in between the game and the Few Idiots podcast, which is our best name, and the reading one. But maybe we didn't.
I don't think we did. Maybe we just forgot one.
We'll say that it's the reading one. Okay,
I like that one a lot.
I love the Quinton story. My story's fine. I don't like it as much.
I think your story's great too. I like that one a lot. I think that's, like I said, probably the Few Idiots is a better episode, but that's my personal favorite. Is that one.
So I'm thinking like, okay, so but the Quinton story was longer. So like we'll say 2/3 of the episode was S tier, and the other third was my story. That's like F tier. So no, but I don't like mine as much. I like Quinton more. So A, and then we had some technical difficulties with that episode that kind of ticked me off, but that's not the episode's fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy with giving it A tier. Like I said, personally, I'd probably give it S, but
yeah, well, convince me.
I just thought it was really fun reading the stories. Also, we didn't ad-lib as much. Like, we ad-libbed a little, but, like, we had it more scripted, so, like, it was more planned out and fun. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true. Over the course, we have gotten a little bit better at, I'll say, planning activities to do with each episode rather than just talk about some.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably been for the benefit of the show.
Yeah, I would agree with that, for sure. But no, I thought that was a good docket episode. But yeah, I think A tier is fine.
I'm just glad to have Quinton archived somewhere because I love that story.
I do. I love that story as well. All right, 5th anniversary was the don't watch this one. That's the alternate title. Obviously, I can't give you the whole title.
It's a giant acronym.
Yeah.
That had a joke I love where you just freak out and go, "It's been 15 minutes and we're one word into the first question." Oh, and that alone makes it S tier for me.
That was another one that I rewatched recently. I honestly think it holds up pretty well. It was. I might give it. I'll put it in S tier for now. I might give it more A. It was a bit waffly at some parts. And some of my picks now, I was wishing like, I wish I had switched that out.
Oh, that was so cringe.
No, I'm not worried about that because anime is, just in general, is just awful. But I was like, I just put that in because it was popular. I should have put this one in. That would have been funnier.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But like overall, I still think it was definitely a good time, and I liked your reaction to things, being like, asking me more details about. I particularly like the first time you asked me like, we get to the end of the question, and I was like, this is the fake one, and you're like, so tell me more about it, and I'm like. It's not real. There's nothing more about it. It's fake. I made it up.
I like the one where you just start saying like, "There's no show there." That's like one episode, and then you can't go anywhere. And I know they made like 3 seasons.
Yeah, you're so confused. Squid Girl. You're so confused about that one.
Is that the one where like the squid lady like works at like a restaurant or something?
Yeah.
And I like so you have one episode where she gets hired. That's all.
That's it. That's the show.
Where do you go from there? I could not understand.
Yeah, I thought that was actually a really fun episode. So we'll put it in S. And now, I love this next one. Our 6th anniversary would be the SCP quiz.
Is this the 7th anniversary? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I guess it's the 7th. I thought it was the 8th anniversary, but maybe.
Did we miss one?
I don't think we did.
We just missed one. That's hilarious.
If we miss one, then it gets retroactive F tier.
I'm trying to think, did I skip one?
This is right, because this would be, yeah.
Alright, wait. Maybe we're thinking, like, 8 years of the show means it's the 7th anniversary special.
I think that's what it is, because I think I was counting the first episode as the first anniversary accidentally, and that's why it'd be the 8th anniversary. But really, it was like the 0th anniversary. So this is the 8th, or this is the 7th anniversary.
If you did say 8th at the start, just really badly edit, like dub over it, and go, "Welcome back to the 7th anniversary episode."
Okay, hold on, be quiet. I'll record that now. 7th. Okay, and I'll put that in.
Yeah, just edit that in. Okay, good. So the SCP quiz one. Well, this is something I like that we started doing, where we're kind of trade who's like the host and who's like the victim, So, of course, you were the host and I was the victim for the anime quiz, so I wanted to flip the script and my turn to host an episode. So I'd like to know what you thought of that since you were the victim.
I really did enjoy it. I thought it would be easier, and it definitely went, for a podcast, it went too long, but
So did this one.
I loved, well, that one was like 2.5 hours. This one's only going to be like 2.
That one was really long.
Yeah. And I lost my mind by the end of it.
That was funny.
Before we're going on. And because the beginning might have been like a slow build up, because definitely I was probably just like dryly riffing. But like by the end, I was just so far gone. It was so funny, but it takes a while to build up there. I'd say A tier personally.
Nice.
I'd put this on par with the anime quiz. The anime quiz was shorter, but a little bit more compact. But this one had higher highs, but again, it was a little longer.
Yeah, so you going insane over the course of the quiz was really funny. The reason I prepared so many, I thought, in my head, for some reason, I thought that was going to be extremely easy. Like, my writing style is very distinctive, and I thought it was going to immediately, you could figure out, you didn't write that one. But what I forgot, I went ahead and for each SCP, I wrote my own little summary of it, which means all of them got filtered through my dumbassness. And so that made it significantly harder than I thought it was going to be. And so each question took a lot longer. And we had more to say about each one. I was worried that unlike like with the anime, right? I was like, well, tell me more about that show. And you're like, well, I just made that up. There's nothing to say. But if you hadn't just made it up, you could have told me more about it.
Yeah.
With the SCPs, for the most part, if you say, tell me more, I go, no, that was the whole article.
Yeah, what you see is what you get. That's it.
So I wasn't sure how much discussion we could have on it. So definitely on me for mistiming it. But at the same time, the slow descent into madness was pretty good. Oh, man.
So if I would want to put this one, the 6th anniversary and the 5th anniversary, both in A tier.
Mm-hmm.
Are you cool with that? Or do you want to keep the 5th in S tier?
I think the anime quiz is S tier, but I haven't re-seen it recently. If you're really strongly opposed...
No, not strong. It was good. It was a good episode. I legitimately, re-listening to it, I laughed a couple of times.
Well, I mean, can't argue with that. I would SCP quiz probably A. I think you were the highlight of that episode. I think you were really funny.
Well, you facilitated it though, so
yeah.
you got the funny out. And then this is the current anniversary episode.
This one counts on the.
Yeah, of course. What, did you think we're not going to be ranking our latest anniversary?
I thought it wasn't done. What if something really funny happens right at the end? And it bumps it up 3 spots.
Then Coggle will have to take care of it.
Okay.
What do you think about Bored to Tears right now?
F tier.
F tier.
It's way too long. It's not focused. The Minecraft bit was really poor. What do you think?
I don't know. I think the Minecraft bit. I thought that'd be way shorter. It was really long.
There are so many mobs now. I legitimately thought there would be like 10, maybe 15.
The Kirby was good.
Kirby was great. I love Kirby.
I like that you have very strong opinions about Kirby.
I do.
I like strong opinions about the mobs. Though.
I like that you could tell which Kirby games I've played and which ones I haven't, because the ones I've played, I just suddenly start ranting about.
I think I would rather listen to this episode than the first one. What do you think?
Would it even be, because it's the only one that doesn't have anything in it yet?
Yeah, I think the audio quality is at least better than quizzing me off.
I don't know about that. We haven't edited it yet. We'll find out.
I mean, it'd be hard to be worse than quizzing me off.
It'd be hard to be worse, but we could do it.
We could. All right. I'm pretty happy with this.
But what about 8 and 9?
We'll rank those in the future, but we do a prediction?
Yeah.
I think 8 is going to be F, and then 9 is going to be S. What do you think about that?
8 will be F. I agree with that prediction. I'm thinking 9 will be like a D.
I don't know, at least a C tier.
9 can have a C, that's fine.
Alright, so there you go. You got your next 2 years planned out for you.
Yep, but that's only the anniversary episodes.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I agree. Like, I mean, it would take all day to do every episode.
Yeah, we're already at it's like an hour 45, but we took a little break. So.
Yeah, so it'll be like an hour 42 instead.
Yeah. All right, well, that's that final tier list. Any last comments from you, old Buttsmaster666?
I will say, I don't think we said anything funny at any point, so Bored to Tears should be the episode name.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call.
Maybe this should go down. I don't know if we did anything funny, actually.
I don't think we did.
Thinking about it,
I think this
was funny.
I think this one's a pretty... but this one's a sleeper hit, but without the hit part.
Yeah, because I was like, I really enjoyed this one. But why?
Oh, yeah, foxes. Fuck them.
Yeah, no, that goes straight to D tier. What was I thinking? There's a distinct gap between one of these two.
Yeah, the Two Idiots podcast highs are highs, but the lows are low.
Oh, yeah.
Any closing thoughts? Pizzaguy 3006? I went ahead and upped your estimate a little bit. I wasn't as optimistic as you were.
Yeah, I really got to learn timing, because I thought we could pound out 4 of these.
You didn't know how many Minecraft mobs there were? We were gonna do like every
Minecraft
Minecraft block. That would take an whole day.
I mean, I was gonna do that, and you had no idea, right? That was the.
Sorry, right. Edit that out. Now you tell the joke.
I was gonna do like every Minecraft block.
Holy shit! There's like so many of those.
Yeah, let me get another one just in case. 7th. There we go. We can use that one.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Just place it. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, rest of your evening, rest of your morning.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening.